What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Guys, I really talk about celebrities and, joke and do some roasting and things like that, but I want to talk about Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana, for a lot of people, he is an over animated character. He's very feminine. And, the whole ordeal with him in academics when he threatened to clap academics' cheeks, it was funny and disgusting to some, all right? But he's living his life as an openly gay man. But I want to play this clip, but I'm not, because the Love and Hip Hop show, which will be copyrighted, and his mother talks about a situation that happened to him at age 9 years old, okay? And from age 9 to age 16, an older cousin was taking advantage of him, all right? And she believes that as a 9-year-old boy who probably would have been a heterosexual young man, that this abuse made him gay, right? Now, there are going to be some brothers in the comments that are going to come out and say, well, listen, man, I know people were things like that happened to them and they ended up being heterosexual. It's just, that's just kind of how the brother was. And I'm not here to debate that. What I am here to tell you is a lot of these things happen to young black men. And that's what I want to focus on. And I've noticed that since I've been doing this sort of content, since I've come into, kind of like, the black content space, especially for men. When I was coming up, I came up under, my dad was on drugs and things like that for a certain point of my life. And we lived poor. And of course we had dysfunctionality in our home, like any other person, in the community to a certain level, or any other American family. But that abuse thing, somebody taking advantage of you, my grandparents wasn't like that. My mom wasn't like that. Nobody, that didn't happen to me, thank God. So I'm thinking that, most of us that come up in a decent family, we thinking like, whoa, that's what didn't happen to me. But you don't know how many folks it does happen to, and what they go through, and what they suffer with because of that. See, those are the things that we just don't know. And when we decide to talk about those things, and we look at black men and how they end up, we don't have a lot, and I'm gonna be honest, we don't have a whole lot of sympathy. And I'm not trying to tell anybody how to feel or how to think, but what I do want to tell you is that a lot of black men are suffering and go through this stuff. A lot of black men have experienced this. And we only focus on what's going on with black women, and I get that. And like I said, it's unfortunate what happens to black women, but we are not focused so much on what is happening to black men and boys. We're not talking about that. And you know what? God damn it, we need to talk about that. When y'all go around and you talk about these black men, they soft. These black men, they weak. These black men, they can't do nothing. These black men, they can't, this, that, and the other. Well, okay, well, why is it the case? Can we talk about it? Because it's just not protecting black young girls, it's the problem. These young black men gotta also be protected. Black boys got to be protected, because they're the ones that come out and protect the women. And then whenever these things happen, like Saucy Santana, man, when he was saying it, he was like, well, that happened to me. I just didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to say nothing. Because you know what happens when you say something about that? Oh, well, you weak. You got to do something happened to you when you were young. You were weak. He's a kid. He's a kid. He's a little boy. Like so many folks sit there and act like, when you're you're gonna fight off a grown damn man or something. You can't fight no grown man off you when you 9 years old. You're not gonna do that. You need to be honest with yourself. And it's not only this happening with boys. For men, I see so many men since I've been coming up. I was 15. Who was the first time you had relations with? How old was she? Oh, well, the woman that I first messed with, she was 32. What? So you was 14 and you was messing with somebody 32? Yeah. And that happens so often. Let me tell you this, man. My mom, when I happened to be about 15 or 16, I happened to be outside one day and some lady drove by. I wasn't thinking nothing of it. And the lady had stopped and was asking for some directions or whatever like that. And, I'm like, well, hey, I don't know. You just go this way or whatever, right? The lady circled back around, older lady. My mom was like, who is that lady out there? So I don't know. She said, get in the house. Get in the house. I'm like, well, Mom, I'm like 15. Just get in the house. Because you know why she said that? Because women understand that people play on children and you don't know it. Because even as because you're trying to get to something, and as guys, we think that stuff is cool. Oh man, we get somebody grown. That's crazy. That's no. That's still abuse. Because a lot of times I've noticed when these young men are not able to be a kid, once you start wanting to have a relationship with a man or a woman, and what happens to women too, you don't know how to do it. Because it's been stolen from you. You can't even be an adult. You can't even be a kid. And I just want to say for all of you brothers out there that this has happened to when you was coming up, man, listen, man, I really feel for you because I know that you talking about it is going to be expected as, you a sucker, you a simp, you're soft, you're a punk, all of these things, man. And I want to tell you, you were just a child, man. You're just a child and you need to get professional help just like so many other people need help. And you can overcome that stuff too. And we got to start also understanding that everybody didn't grow up like us, man. Everybody didn't grow up like us. If you come from a good family, thank God for the victory, as the old folks used to say. Thank God for the victory. If you grew up with a mama that loved you, a daddy that loved you, I grew up with parents that loved me, even though I said my parents was, they had the issues. Thank God for the victory. Thank God for the victory. Thank God for the victory, man. It's not every day that you grow up with parents that's caring about you. So, sometimes you have a crazy uncle in the house. Sometimes you have a crazy next door neighbor. Your mama's on drugs and your mom leave you with people and you can't defend yourself. A lot of that happened during the crack era, man. You leave your kids with somebody and you don't know if that person is cool or not. You don't know if that person is going to be legit or not. But you also got to understand that everybody is not the same. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you just heard the bell. We're out.